Hello. What I want to talk about today is a principle of rhythm from Hermetica that manifests on every plane. And what this principle is teaching us is that everything is swing of the pendulum to the left and right. There is in breathing and out breathing. There is ebb. There is flow. Night follows day. And the measure of the swing towards one direction equals the measure of the swing towards the other direction. Not necessarily to its extreme, but in the same measure it follows towards one way, the same way it follows the other way. And this also affects and applies to our thoughts, emotions, and feelings. And very often, I find it every day and throughout the day, I find it a peak emotion, happy emotion is followed by some kind of a negative emotion. And what Hermetica is teaching us is that if you want to become a master of your thought, using your own will, you can move yourself or you can remain in a positive swing of emotion and thoughts and feelings. And your own will has supremacy over this principle. Not the principle in its entirety, but it overrides the swing towards the negative pole. What Hermetica also teaches is that a person who has a very strong capacity for emotion, for negative emotion, has a very strong capacity for positive emotion. And the negative emotion is a predecessor to a positive emotion. But once you reach the positive emotion, you don't have to pay for it by going back towards the negative emotion. And this also parallels the scriptures in 1 Peter. The Bible says that after you have suffered a little, He will establish and renew you. But you have to suffer a little first. And what it means is, for you to understand a positive emotion, you must first to experience its opposite. And it's great news for anyone who had a trouble early in life and grew up suffering. And once you learn how to master your own emotions and remain there, your capacity or your potential to experience pleasure and reward is so much greater than anybody, than that of anybody who lived more or less quiet life, because they were not desiring as much emotionally to experience the opposite from what they were experiencing. So notice throughout the day and day after day, once you have a good day, the following day, watch your emotions, and as soon as you feel like it's you're starting to move towards more negative or pessimistic, or your train of thought going towards what's the fine print here in my good news of yesterday. Make sure there are no bad news, there are no fine print, so try to make sure you have good positive thoughts, and watch your emotions throughout the day, and day after day, and little by little will become a habit, and it will be easier and easier. For example, once you receive good news, let's say you received a gift, a chunk of money, or just some kind of a gift, a promotion, a new job, and you're so happy in the moment, and let's say it's a day A, Monday, and on Tuesday you start thinking, oh, I don't know if I even like all the co-workers, and yeah, it's where I wanted to be. I like the company, but I don't like the area. I don't like the commute there. So don't think like that. So only think good, positive thoughts. So don't look for negative the following day, or once you start looking for the negatives the following day, try to pull yourself out of it, and you will do it consciously, and do it consciously, and understand that this is how the world is created. It's not something magical in a sense. Can it work? Can it not work? This is how it works, pretty much. You can pull yourself out of it and remain in a positive state of mind, and you don't have to ever go towards the negative. If earlier in life you experienced all the negative, that's enough. Alrighty.